So I'm in my office, in between clients, and this is going to be one of those videos where I just completely go off the rails, but this is something that has really got me, I don't even know. I don't know if I'm sad, if I'm mad, if I'm just incredibly frustrated or confused. I'm actually trying to pinpoint the feeling that I'm feeling with some of the stuff that I'm seeing out here online, on social media. I just don't know what to think about it, honestly. And I've talked about this before. I've talked about this with friends of mine and colleagues, that it's just about the state of relationships and the state of marriages right now. And it literally, I can't even get it out. It literally grieves my soul how many people in our country, and I guess the world, are in relationships that are either like these band-aid type relationships, that's what they call it, where you find another person and you basically play relationship with them. I honestly don't get it. I don't understand it. But like, this person is not what you want, not your forever person, not the one, but you have this type of relationship with them, and this can go on for months, years, and you do this until something better comes along, until what you really want comes along. Like, I'm still trying to put my head around this, that people are actively doing this. They're just in a situationship, I guess is what they're calling it, or a relationship with a person that they're like, yeah, it's not that great. I'm not really all that impressed. I'm not really madly head over heels in love. I don't feel appreciated. I don't feel, wanted or desired. I'm just with this person. It's something to do. And, I'm doing this until something better comes along. I'm doing this until I find my forever person. Yeah, people are saying this, like, out loud. People have told me this. I just don't understand it. And I don't understand, one, why you would cut, like, why would you cut yourself short? Like, why would you tolerate such a situation that just doesn't make you happy, doesn't put you over the moon? Like, I just can't. I don't get it. And then, two, do you care about what that's doing to the other person? Like, does the other person think you're their person, but yet you don't? Like, what is happening? Because maybe the other person, in their mind, you're the one. You're the one they want to be with forever. And you're sitting over here saying, this is like a band-aid relationship. This is just something to do until something better comes along. Or let's go to number 3. Maybe both of you feel the exact same way, and you're willing to maintain this facade until one or both of you find someone that you really want to be with. I mean, this is mind altering. I just don't understand it. So, okay, that's the band-aid relationship that I'm talking about. I just don't understand that. Okay. And I would never do that. I would never be in a relationship with someone that I wasn't truly, madly, deeply feeling, love them, wanted to be with them, wanted to make this thing work, wanted to be with them. I can't even wrap my head around that. Being with someone just because, it's something to do. I don't get it. So that's the first thing that's really got me feeling some kind of way. And then the second thing is people who are married and they're in these marriages that, they're unhappy. And it's the other person, right? Like, it's the other person That's the reason why the marriage isn't working. That's the reason why they're unhappy. And there's all these things the other person isn't doing and isn't bringing to the table. And yet they're in it. Oh, I've been in it for 10 years, 12 years, 15 years, 20 years. And I'm just so unhappy. I need to get out. I need to leave it. I need to go about my business. Okay, let's stay on our side of the street, because that's all we know how to do. And let's figure out what's going on inside of us. What can we do about this situation, about this relationship, this marriage? And after doing that, if we do not see improvements, then we need to make it clear to the other person, if we're really unhappy, that we are ready to move on. We are ready to be out of this relationship. And we want to open ourselves up to the option of being with someone who can give and do as much as we are for the sake of the relationship. But I have been seeing this a lot. It's the other person's like this, the other person's doing this. And there is no accountability. There's no personal responsibility. And here's the thing. I'm not saying that if you're in a relationship that you're unhappy with and that it's not something that the other person is doing or not doing. I get that. But I want you to start with you. Like, start with you. Start being the person you want to be and that you want to be with. And if that other person can't rise above, and I've been in this situation where I was like, okay, I'm going to do the work on my side of the street. I'm going to clean up my side of the street. I'm going to keep doing my side of the street, my side of the street, my side of the street. And after doing that, like taking personal responsibility and owning what was mine to own, no matter how small, one of two things happened. That person cleaned up their side of the street, and you know, we went on to have a lovely relationship until, for whatever reason, we are not anymore. Or, and this happened more often than not, I clearly could see that this person could not mirror back what I was giving. I clearly saw that this person did not want to do anything else, work any harder, give any more. They just did not, or could not. And then my decision was easy to make. I had to move on. I had to end that relationship. And the reason being is because I believe I'm worth the most amazing big love out here. I believe that. Like, I can't just be with anybody. I was telling a friend of mine this just the other day, how picky I am, and I own it now. Like, I'm old enough to admit I'm picky. I can't be with just anybody. And I can't be in these type of situationships. I can't be with just anybody for any length of time just because. So know this. If you're out there and you've ever been in a relationship with Anita, it's because she wanted you. She loved you. She was all in until something happened, either on my part or your part, and then I was all out. Like, I don't know how to be this other stuff that people are doing. I don't get it. And it's so sad to me. It's like really soul crushing that we get a finite amount of time on this earth, and that's how we choose to spend a big part of it. Like being with people we don't want to be with, not in love with, not feeling, and doing that for years. Living with them, marrying them. Like, who does that? Who marries a person that you know deep down in your soul that is not the one? And you're just going to do this until someone else comes along. That's insane to me. That is insane. That is incredibly, that cuts yourself short. That definitely cuts the other person short. I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. Be better than that. Let that other person go. Let them be free. You be by yourself and figure out why you need this Band-Aid relationship. Like, what's going on in your mind that this is the type of relationship you need to have, or you need to be in something. That says something about you. That you have to be in something, even something that's not great. No, I'm not built like that. And guess what? I know there are other people out there like me. And this is what I have to tell other women. This is what I've been recently telling other men. other men who want something real, they want something true, they want the real deal. And I'm like, don't give up. I am not the only one, and there are other people out there, other women I know, other men I know, that they don't operate like that. They want something genuine. They want something real. They want to be connected deeply with the person that they're in a relationship with. And they want big love. So if you're one of those people like me, that you're ready to be vulnerable, you're ready to do the work on you, you're ready to clean up your side of the street, okay? Start there. Start there. Don't start running out here dating and trying to find somebody to, quote, band-aid, all your scars or all your holes on your body. Start with yourself. Become the person you would most like to fall madly in love with. Like, become that person. And then you will attract people to you. Then you have to vet those people and determine, is this person like me? Are they genuine? Are they desiring a deep connection? Do they want to be straightforward? Are they willing to decide which role they're going to play in our relationship? And for me, that's the feminine, okay? I'm going to play the feminine role. For every guy out there watching, I'm playing the feminine role, okay? So I am looking for my masculine. I'm looking for the yang to my yin. And, I'm only going to put on that masculine hat with permission. That's what I personally am looking for. So for everybody that's out there, like I said, if you are really, truly, genuinely wanting to connect deeply, you got to get out of these situationships. You've got to get out of these relationships that don't feed your soul. If you are not happy, if you are not madly and completely and utterly in love with that person, if you are not selfless, if you are not willing to do what's necessary to maintain a relationship to a high vibrational state, and let me tell you, you don't trip and fall into that. That's intentional. That's every day I wake up and I ask myself, how can I make this person happy? How can I make this person smile? What can I do to contribute to the joy in their life? That's something you have to do every single day. And you can't be too busy with your kids, too busy with your business, too busy with your job, too busy with school, too busy with your friends, too busy with your family. Like, you have got to set that as a priority in your life, that this relationship is a priority to you. And it's not that you don't spend time on those other things, but you have your priorities in order. That person's right up there, right? But so it's God, then me, then them, right? If I'm going to marry this man, it's God, me, them, him. Okay? So that priority has to be right up there. And that other person the same. I would say, if it was my masculine man, that he would say God, me, Anita, right there. And together, we are doing whatever we need to do to keep that big love alive, to keep that big love going. But I just had to vent, and I just want to encourage you. This is more for me than you. I needed to encourage myself. I needed to believe, I still need to believe, that there are people out there just like me that genuinely want to meet the love of their life, and they want to connect deeply, and they want to do the work to keep that bond going. So know that they're out there. In the meantime, you're working on you, you're focusing on being the best version of yourself, and you're emanating those qualities that you love to have in a partner. That's something that I'm working on. One of the greatest qualities I would love in a healthy masculine man is patience. And so I'm waiting, and I'm waiting patiently. I'm being a good waiter. I'm not griping and letting my mouth untie all of the things that I know that I want. And I'm setting my priorities. So making space in my room, in my life, for my healthy masculine man, and leaning back, allowing him to be all that he is, and allowing him to give and do for me. So be encouraged. The world, there's a lot of stuff going on out in the world today. The world is a very treacherous place, and for some reason, marriage, relationships, they're getting hit hard. And just understand, when you hit marriages and relationships, that's the foundation of everything we know. I guess that's why I'm so concerned, because everything is laid on that foundation. And if that foundation isn't good, our world is crumbling. So this is not a doom and gloom. This is an encouraging message to say there are other people out there, and they want what you want, and they're sincere, and they're kind, and they're loving, and they want to do the work. So start with you, start cleaning up your side of the street, and then pretty soon you will attract that person to you. Okay? Stay open to love.